Good morning, Mr. Zamir. How are you today? I'm switching it up a little bit by playing this game. I'm doing fantastic. I'm off today. I'm gonna chill around. Only the problem is I got two puppies I gotta puppy sit. So I gotta go back and forth with them.
Hope I never have to use it, but something tells me I will.
Dusty! My main man.
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Yes, just started it, Dusty. This is the main beginning. No, I just started it. Just trying to make sure I got everything and learn the controls.
Now get out! Now get out!
Well, he's very rude.
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes Vanderberg, at your service.
Dusty, are you home right now?
I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners?
Oh,
Welcome
hell yeah.
to the
They're
proud
smooth.
city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
Reaching Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I've found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here.
Dusty,
Why
if
is
you're home,
that?
we'll play
Oakmont is
some
no ordinary place.
Call of Duty
Its
here in a little
unique
bit if you want.
geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
Tell me about this flood.
It began 6 months ago. Storms raged for several weeks, and the water has risen ever higher without receding. Now the city is cut off from the mainland. I must say I rather like it, despite the inconvenience.
Well, Dusty,
Atmosphere, you know?
when you get home today, let me know.
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting
And
worse.
Zamir, you're more
Such
than welcome to
vividness
join.
of dreams is
too.
not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
Can you tell me a little about Mr. Throgmorton?
A remarkable creature, scion of a robust bloodline.
We can do a throwback Black Ops
philanthropist,
3, or
scholar,
we can do some more
the patron of the
Alcatraz.
famous Oakmont University.
It's up
A man
to
of
you.
great ambitions and even greater ego. Do not make him wait.
Zamir, if you want to join
I'll need a place to lay my
later,
head while
you're
I'm
more
here.
than welcome to.
Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its
Get us
cover.
some wins. Yesterday was the first win I've had
What's the
in
best
so
way to
long.
get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
And of all
Most
things, it
locals
was
go by
Alcatraz.
foot or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
Other places? Like what?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police station, city archive, newspaper.
I have
places you'll need
Apex
to get to.
downloaded, but I
This city is
played it
insular.
once. I don't think
its
I can
ways
get into it.
mysterious. No one will take you by the hand, so you better know where to
They
turn
really were
in search
dusty.
of a lead.
We definitely gotta get Alex with us
How
too.
do you fill your days, Mr. Vanderberg?
I host a philosophy club for the like-minded intelligentsia, gathering seeds of thought like moths drawn to a flame.
Does Oakmont really have much of a market for
Oh, that's
philosophy
nice,
these days?
Zamir.
There is no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
Well, that's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No. The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you.
Oh, really, Dusty? I didn't think they were gonna do a battle royale. Okay, we got skills we gotta do.
We'll meet again, Mr. Reed.
Aw, thank you, Guru. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm 2 over, and I gotta shoot for higher. That'll be awesome. Then I'll definitely buy it for sure.
I don't care about your petty excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is fine.
Yeah, that's the goal for
excuse me.
now.
Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not
Whoa, look
interested.
at this
Go
fucking
away.
guy.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
Thank you, Guru.
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to
Couldn't
get to
have
the
done it
bottom
without
of it
you guys.
myself.
Another newcomer with another problem.
Yeah, he's
Yes,
a gorilla.
I know what you speak of.
But
Can I ask you a few
everybody's
questions?
Like, oh, he's normal.
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouth-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
He's a hateful little gorilla.
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. That he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers, mark my words.
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damn city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the shells. They are everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Shout out to Dusty, because if it wasn't for Dusty, I would not have this game.
From local fishermen.
This man
They
went on a
stir,
donating
agitate
spree the
against
other
us,
night.
the
So
Throgmorton
shout out
family.
to you, Dusty.
We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
Please forgive the question, but I've never met a man quite like you before.
That's because no man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage. Proud and powerful blood flows through our veins. My father united with a certain royal family, which has blessed all our offspring with these exquisite features.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What did Nightbot
What makes
do?
you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera, you have a point, newcomer.
Guru, I'm sorry about that.
Sorry, did you just
Nightbot's
say
a little bitch sometimes.
Vera? What does that mean?
Yeah, the first
You had better
100
get
says
used to the Oakmont
it
dialect,
was tough.
outsider. That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend.
I don't know. I'd cry at
Vera
1,000
means
subs. I
fine.
honestly will.
I was saying, we have a deal.
I
Guru,
see.
Nightbot don't like
Thank you.
anybody. She's a hateful little bitch.
I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
I'm sorry about
Dane,
that.
Did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. This fisherman supposedly brought him to their house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
Good morning, Miss Barb. How are you?
You mentioned a lifeboat. Is it still around?
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach that borders a fence. You'll find it there.
Aw, thank you, Guru.
Where's the house
Yeah,
where
we'll
this all
celebrate
happened?
together
For
for sure.
Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye. We're standing right in front of it.
Having your coffee. Same here. Trying out this
As
game.
much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton,
Thanks to Mr.
it's time for me
Dusty.
to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
Yeah, Nightbot's. She's a little bitch. We have problems out of her, don't we, Barb?
I gave you clear instructions.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer.
I've said everything
Keep
I
your
know.
hands where I can see them.
Here we go. She's so sensitive. I think it's her time of the month. Nightbot, that is.
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
Tony, how are you? Thank you so much.
Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, my head. What? Who are you? Are you police? I've already told them everything.
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis, we were here. This is our house. Barry was outside, on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's
What's that
son.
blue wrench beside your name?
He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. Then he started to make these horrible sounds and... Okay. My head began to burst, and
Barb,
he
we
woke
going to get
up.
some games in
And
today?
After that, I don't remember a thing. Just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping
I'm
giant,
off today, so I'm
a voice
free.
that called me.
That sounds familiar. Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was add or starve.
Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. Kay be
Working.
with him. Barry's outside
As
with
long
Mr.
as you don't get in
Throgmorton.
trouble, Tony, it's all
I keep
good.
asking Missed everything, and I have no idea what Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
Sure, Barb, that sounds good to me.
Who is this K you keep mentioning?
Outsiders, show some respect. Kay is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry, I didn't know. Do you know how Paul died?
I don't know. When
Just,
I pulled myself
send
together,
me a
he
message.
was already gone.
When you get
May
home
have
or
mercy
whatever.
on his soul.
I'll leave you to it.
Loved
Take
having
care of
Franco
yourself,
play last
Will.
night, too.
Please,
I know it was
Detective,
short,
sir, tell me
but we
the
had a
truth.
blast.
Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or... Kay, did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
I'm afraid of what I might dream. My head! I still hear those voices.
Choo choo. Ahem.
We got our first body over here.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
Guru. You crazy thing. What
5
if I get
cards
some
short of
games
a
in
full
too,
house.
Guru?
I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here.
Okay, what am I supposed to do? Let's see.
Glenna, Nechri, Glenna, Gebheil, Nugulina,
I know it's supposed to be an outbreak, a zombie kind of thing.
Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much. Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work. Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much.
Ooh, what is this?
Take this, ape face. Yeah, run!
What's happening?
Okay, let's see what we have here.
Yeah, run! Take this, ape face.
Let's see if we got it.
What's happening?
Yeah, run!
I think I did it backwards.
Take this, ape face. Yeah, run!
When Albert
Got it.
Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen, and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
Well, I feel honored that you guys are in both.
My head. I still hear those voices.
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing,
Let's
let
see
alone
what you
tossing
find,
it over
Nicole.
like this.
Okay. you kidding me? I'm gonna beat the hell out of Nightbot. Hell yeah, I got that Kevin Gates going. You know what's gonna make this easier? There you go, Guru. I made you a mod. So she'll leave you alone.
The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for.
Why, thank you.
Huh.
We love
This
Kevin
dog
Gates.
mat looks better than the owner's bed.
What's that dynasty? It's called the Sinking City. I always call it the Sinking Ship for some reason. Yeah, so far I'm enjoying it. I just don't know where to go.
Now get out.
Yes, Guru, that's what it takes.
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
Uh-oh, Dusty's getting pissed at Nightbot.
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
Yeah, you'll have to figure it out, because I have no idea how to work that.
My head. Still hear those voices.
Well, use your supernatural senses. find out what the hell we're doing.
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania?
Found a wheel.
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
Can't catch a mackerel since those Innsmouthers took
You
over.
like it here, newcomer?
Well, get used to it.
We'll search the boat.
The end is nigh. It will begin again. What is down comes up. The seed is sown.
I'm gonna figure out have to. What the hell am I supposed to do? Give me 1 second, guys.